Turning now to our earlier story about tensions over Taiwan. Joining us live is Brendan Taylor, the Professor of Strategic Studies at the Strategic and Defence Studies Centre at ANU. Really appreciate your time. Thank you. Should we have been surprised, do you think, at the timing
Lovely to be with you.
The Chinese ambassador's speech yesterday and the staunch defence he gave of China's position on Taiwan? He raised some eyebrows when he said China would do whatever it takes on that front.
I mean, I think we need to take those sorts of warnings seriously. Certainly, they're the sorts of warnings we've heard coming out of Beijing for quite some time now. The volume of those warnings has increased quite significantly over the past week in the wake of US House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. But certainly that's the message China's been delivering for quite some time, and they've been backing that up with the ability to actually carry through on those threats. Not quite now, but I think over the coming years, in the next 7 to 8 years, I think they're going to be in a position to be able to do that.
So what is happening now around Taiwan in terms of military activity in response to Pelosi's visit? Do you expect that heightened Chinese presence will be ongoing?
Yes, I think we have entered what one might call a new normal. I think these new these exercises which took place over the last few days are really unprecedented. They're on a scale that we haven't seen around Taiwan, even though the pressure has been building up around Taiwan, the Chinese pressure in recent years. These exercises have been on a scale that's vastly larger than the last time we saw these sorts of exercises as show of force around Taiwan back in the mid-1990s, when there was a crisis over Taiwan in the lead up to Taiwan's first democratic presidential elections. What's really significant about these exercises is that we're seeing all of the elements of the PLA, the People's Liberation Army, exercising together: the ground forces, the air forces, the Navy, also the rocket forces and China's cyber forces. So that's something that's new and significant.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but now that we've seen a week or so of reaction to Nancy Pelosi's visit, in hindsight, was it a smart move for her to go?
I mean, I think this is, one could question the timing of this visit. I think that there were strong domestic political reasons for Nancy Pelosi to go. The timing in the run-up to a big meeting in China called the National Party Congress, where Xi Jinping, the leader of China, is hoping to extend his leadership beyond the 2 terms that Chinese leaders normally serve. One could question whether it was wise to do it at this time. Having said that, I think even if this particular visit didn't provoke this sort of reaction, I think it was only a matter of time, particularly as China's economic and its military weight do grow, and given the importance of the Taiwan issue, it was really only a matter of time before we saw this sort of show of force, and I think we're going to see that going forward. So the Pelosi visit, I think, was really a convenient excuse for the Chinese for something that was likely to happen at some point anyway.
Professor Brendan Taylor, really appreciate your analysis. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.